I sound like a robot when I talk like this. This is the only time you're seeing wings on my channel because I will never do them again. Ugh. Ugh. Hi friends, it's your guy Eli Levi, and wait, hold on. One second. No. Much better. Where were we? Oh, hi friends, it's your guy Eli Levi, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name's Eli Levi, and welcome to my channel. I'm very excited to have you here. So prom's coming up, it is prom season, we are here, we are living it, it is the final stretch of senior year, let's go. Whew. I know a lot of you girls are so stressed about prom. There's the hair, and the makeup, and the nails, and the shoes, and the dress. Oh my gosh, that is a lot. And that's a lot of money too, and a lot of time, and a lot of stress. So I tried to alleviate that stress and maybe save you some money by showing you 3 different looks that I personally wear to prom. That way you could pick out which one you like, you can take a little bit from here, take a little bit from here, do whatever you please. Because it's YouTube and you can do whatever you want. I'm doing 6 different people for makeup on Saturday, so I got my hands full. I am doing 3 different prom looks for you guys. They're very distinct. So the first look is a beautiful matte smoky eye, very simple, with a beautiful light coverage, glowy makeup base with a glossy lip. For the second look, I have a more medium coverage. It's gonna be more sparkly on the inner corner and dark and blown out on the outer corner. I have a good medium coverage going on and a nice matte lip. For the third look, I'm doing a full-blown black smoky eye with glitter, and I did a full beat. I have a beautiful liquid lipstick on, and yeah. All products mentioned on this channel are cruelty-free. That being said, let's get into the song. Cruelty-free or it's not for me. If you want to see how I get these 3 beautiful prom looks, then make sure to keep on watching. Hey guys, I decided to do a voiceover because I didn't want to miss any information while I was filming. So I'm starting off with the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. It's my favorite moisturizer right now. It's very moisturizing. Then I'm using the Cover FX primer to pat that all into the skin. It's a very good primer. I'm using the WetnWild Stick Foundation. It's beautiful, sheer to medium coverage. You can build it up to a medium. Perfect for the girl who doesn't want a full beat. It doesn't cake up. It lasts all night long. Go pick one up at the drugstore. Adding the Becca Cosmetics concealer. Kind of put that all in place. Prime my eyes a little bit with some concealer. Then I applied the Flower Beauty Blush Balm. It's a beautiful blush, and it's great because it's liquid, and it's so pigmented. Then I'm using the Colourpop Flexitarian highlight. I love this highlight, especially on wet skin. It just glows for the gods without being too in your face. The Colourpop highlight is very metallic, not glittery, if that makes sense. So next I'm just setting my face with some setting powder. I like the Colourpop setting powder because it's not too dry on my very dry skin, and it just fills in my pores. It looks so flawless. Next, I'm applying bronzer. I'm using the Physician Formula bronzer. It's a beautiful bronzer, and it just gets my skin so beautifully and warm. So right now, I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Brow Pencil. It's a great pencil, right at the drugstore. You can get it at CVS. It's great. It's beautiful. It's creamy. It's waxy. Not too waxy, though. And the pigment is obviously there. I try to outline my brow first and then start filling it in. I spoolie it. I know this color looks a little dark, but it matches my hair, so it looks good. At least I think so. Now I'm setting my eyelids, and then I'm going in with the Dose of Colors palette. You could use any neutrals palette. I'm going in with a nice transition color. It could be just a beige color, something that matches your skin tone, just to set the concealer. I'm going in with a dark brown color. It's slightly warm, and I'm just putting that in the crease using a small crease blending brush. Then I'm taking a brush, a big fluffy brush with no pigment on it, and I'm just blending that in. Then I keep adding layers and then go back and forth until I'm good with the coverage. Then I'm going in with a smaller blending brush and adding a darker brown color just to the outer third of my eye, just to add some depth. And then I'm blending it out using that same brush that had no pigment on it, just to blend everything together. Now I'm using a flat concealer brush, and I'm just packing on a white shade. It's a white matte shade. Just almost cut the crease and create that subtle highlight in the inner third of your eye. You can use any white shade, of course. I'm just using the one in the palette. Then I'm using the dark brown shade just underneath my eye and extending that out to connect to my lid. I'm adding a little bit of inner corner highlight. Then I'm adding that same color on my nose and my Cupid's bow. Next, I'm curling my lashes and then adding the NYX Cosmetics nude eye pencil on my waterline. On my lash line, I'm using a black eyeliner pencil. It's really creamy. It's from LA Girl Cosmetics. You can literally get the Wet n Wild one, Milani, whichever black eye pencil that you like. You can even use Urban Decay, whichever you prefer. And I'm just blending that out with a small pencil brush because I don't want anything to be too harsh in this smoky eye look. Now I'm using the Tarte Cosmetics 4-in-1 mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras. Then I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This combo is amazing, and I don't put lashes on for this look. Then I'm using a beautiful lip gloss, and then I'm done. All right, on to the second look. Oh my god, look, my brows are already done. So crazy. Now I'm putting on eye primer. I'm using the Louise makeup base, but you can use literally any eye primer that you have. I do recommend using that or a concealer, whichever works for you. I don't recommend setting it yet. And then I'm using the coveted James Charles X Morphe palette. So for the majority of the shades, I'm reaching towards the middle row, which is basically all matte browns. So if you have a matte brown palette, then go for it, use it. Milani makes some, Wet n Wild. Those are great formulas that are cheap if you just want to go pick one up at CVS right now. I'm using this almost like banana matte color, and I'm just putting that on a fluffy brush and just blending it out on the outer third portion of my eye. It's really acting as a transition color. And then I'm packing on this orange color. It's like a muted dark orange, and I'm just placing that right on the outer third lid. By the way, those last two colors were Tune and code James. Now we're using 10% off. Look at that, it's going right in order. And I'm using a smaller blending brush to pack on that light brown shade on the outer crease, just to blend it all in, add some depth, you know the drill. And now while I'm blending that color with a big fluffy brush, I'm also using the next shade, which is No Beans, which is a darker brown, and I'm just fluffing that on the outer third portion, kind of by the lash line to deepen up the outer third. Now I am fingers crossed, praising up high in the world to whatever we believe in, and I am cutting my crease because that stuff is, whew, that is hard. So I'm currently cutting my crease using the eye base, but you can use any concealer that you have. It works perfectly fine. Just make sure to follow the angles of your crease and make it look cute and stuff. Once I get about halfway, I stop and I start blending it out with my finger just to blend it in with the outer third portion of the eye that we spent so much time blending. So now I'm adding this white, beautiful, shimmery shade on my lid. It's Sister and Ring Light if you have the palette. If you don't, it's a white and champagne color shimmer on my lid. So pretty, and I'm just packing that on. Then I'm using the Fenty Diamond Bomb highlighter on my lids because I just want more glitter and more pizzazz, because that's me. Now I'm creating wings with my eyeliner using the Fenty Beauty Flyliner. So now I'm popping on some lashes, the Lilly lashes in style Miami. I'm me. Synthetic, of course, because we're cruelty free on this channel. After I popped on the lash, I added mascara, which I don't recommend you do after. Definitely put on mascara before because, gosh, that was really hard to put on mascara after. Do not recommend. 10 out of 10, do not do. I mean, unless you want to poke yourself. I did that. Now I'm wiping away any fallout I had using a makeup wipe and making sure that my wings are perfect. Now I'm curling my lashes to make sure that my lash meets my fake lash, so they're perfectly married together. Now I'm adding the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, my favorite moisturizer. Then I'm adding the Cover FX primer because it's so sticky and yummy and I love it. For foundation, I'm using the WetnWild Cushion Foundation. It's a beautiful, medium, buildable, almost to full coverage kind of beat. Every time I wear this foundation, I swear I get so many compliments on my skin. So right now I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer. They have so many shades, which is so great. It's super cheap too. It's like $4.99 at Ulta. You can get any shade you want, and they're medium coverage. You can build it up however capacity you want. It's really great. I tend to build it up because it's not enough for me, but more coverage, the better, you know what I'm saying? Then I bounce that beauty blender all over my face to blend it out to perfection. And then I set my face using a translucent powder. Whatever translucent powder works for you. I'm setting the inner portion of my face with a beauty blender, and then I'm using a brush to set out the outer portion of my face. That way I get no flashback because Miss Mary is not welcome here. Now I'm adding some Ofra Cosmetics blush in the shade Bellini. You can use any beautiful peachy shade. Ugh, it's so beautiful. I cannot even. Now listen, I don't know about you, but I want to blind the haters at prom. How are you going to do that? Well, it's easy. Just add highlight. Wet n Wild has beautiful highlights and they can blind you, okay? So pick one up at your local drugstore. I gotta put some in my inner corner, put some on my nose, on the bridge of my nose, on my brow bone, kind of like everywhere. Because you know what I'm saying? I just want to like blind the haters from every angle. Of course, duh. Now I'm adding this warm brown shade that we used earlier underneath my eyes for like that lower lash line smoked out look. And then I'm adding the NYX Cosmetics nude eyeliner in the waterline, which is so pretty. Oh my gosh. And then I added some lower lash mascara, of course. But no, we are not stopping there. We are adding the Fenty Beauty Mademoiselle lipstick in the shade Single. And oh my gosh, this is a beautiful color. And I just popped that bold lip on my lips to finish off that look. And oof, it looks so good. Works perfectly with this look. And if you want a bold color, I suggest picking one up at Sephora. If not, you can pick up a Wet n Wild Catsuit liquid lipstick, and that will not leave your mouth ever. I'm just saying. Pick it up at your local drugstore. Damn, I'm really, like, selling CVS over here. They should, like, sponsor me or something. Seriously. To complete the look, I'm adding setting spray and fanning it in place. And then we are done with look number 2. This ain't no sugar. Now we're on to the third and final look. Yes, let's do it. Push through. So basically, you've seen this routine twice already, so I don't really feel like explaining it for the third time. You kind of get the gist of how I do my base, just with different foundations and concealers. I do have to say that the foundation that I'm using currently, the CoverGirl Vital Elixir, is incredible. It literally lasts all night long. You have no idea how beautiful it looked. Oh my gosh. Haha, funny story. I was in the middle of filming this current video, and I got finished done with my base. I was almost onto my brows when I realized that I was doing a black smoky eye with glitter and everything. And I was like, oh crap. Because normally you do that stuff before you put on your base. Because yeah, it's a lot of fallout and a lot of glitter. So I was kind of freaking out. But more of the story, do not, I repeat, do not do a full-blown glittery smoky look after you do your base. Anyway, let's get into the eyes, because that's what you're actually here for. Yay! So first, I always prime my eyes. I'm using the P. Louise base again, but you can use any eye primer or concealer that you have on hand, of course. You never have to buy anything that I mention or use, because there's always a cheaper or better alternative. So first, I add a matte, cool tone brown color in the crease, just to kind of lay out where I want my shadow to go. if I want to wing it out, where to take it. It's kind of like a transition color. And I blend that out using a crease brush, of course. Then I'm taking a smaller, dense, fluffy brush, and I'm packing on a deeper matte brown shade right in my crease, kind of to add some darkness and to deepen up that crease. Then I know it looks crazy, so I'm taking a fluffy brush and kind of blending it all out so it's not too crazy, and it's blended and beautiful. Okay, so here's the fun part. So for any black smoky eye, you want to make sure to have some kind of base underneath your shadow. That way you get no, like, skips or any peek throughs throughout the night. I don't know. There's a lot of things wrong with black smoky eyes, so in order to make sure yours looks good, you want to make sure you can use one of those base like pot eyeliners, the ones that are like come in a cream pot. Those work really well. Anything that can smudge and budge because you want to blend it out on your eyelid, definitely don't use any waterproof eyeliner. So what I'm doing is adding little sections starting from the root of my lashes and slowly but surely blending it and then adding eyeliner, then blending it, adding eyeliner, then blending it. Because if I do the entire eyelid at one time, it's going to be really hard to blend and I don't want that. So now I'm using the fluffy brush and the brown color that we used earlier, and I'm just blending together the crease color and that black color that we just added to the eyelid, kind of to just blend the two together. Now I'm adding an even lighter brown on the outer portion just to help wing out that shadow to make everything look beautiful and blended. Now I'm adding a NYX glitter glue on top of my eyelids before I put on any glitter because I want it something to stick to. Since I decided to do my eyes last instead of first, I had to make sure that I got no fallout. So glitter has a tendency to get all over the under eyes and the cheekbones, exactly where you really don't want it. I promise you, it's not a good look. So what I do is add a lot of translucent powder, and I kind of bake underneath my eyes. That way, after I use all the glitter and stuff, I can just sweep it away with a brush, and voila, it's gone. So that's a good trick to know. So of course you could add a black shadow on top and then make it matte and call it a day, but instead I decided to go the glitter route, so I'm using a Dose of Colors block eyeshadow in the shade X-Ray, which is this black, dark, beautiful glitter shade, and I'm just packing it on. Then in the actual Dose of Colors Friendcation palette, there is a black shimmery shade in there, and it has a kind of like blue flex tone to it as well, so I add that in the center of my lid. I put a little bit in my crease. I know you're not really supposed to do that, but I did that just for blending purposes to make sure everything was cohesive and beautiful and smoky. Next, I added eyeliner on my lower lash line and then blended it out with a dense fluffy brush, and I added some black shadow, of course, to make it extra smoky, and connected it to the upper lash line to make it cohesive. So next I added some mascara because I learned from the last time, and then popped on some synthetic Lilly lashes in the style Chicago, and oh my gosh, they look so gorgeous with this look. Make sure to tight line using a black mascara underneath your lashes, that way there's no gaps, especially when you're wearing a black smoky eye. Just a pro tip there. Now onto lips. I'm using the Kylie Cosmetics lip line in the shade Bare. You can use any nude lip liner. Colourpop has good ones. I know Milani has good ones. I know WetnWild has good ones. Literally use any company that I've mentioned. Next, I'm adding the Jeffree Star lipstick in the shade Mannequin. This lipstick formula, I kid you not, is the best lipstick I've ever tried. It does not move from your lips after multiple drinks and food and the entire day. It is drying a little bit, I reckon that, but sometimes, I can't even feel it. But oh my gosh, it is so incredible. But anyway, it's not an ad for that. To complete this look, of course, I set my face using the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray, and I fanned it in place, and then we're done with the third and final look. Yay! And this is the end of the video. I hope you guys got some inspiration about what prom look you kind of want to do. Even if you're not doing it yourself, at least you have inspiration on what to do. If you liked today's video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. Comment down below which look was your favorite. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. We're almost 700 strong. Isn't that crazy? Oh my gosh, I have so many friends. Ah! I post every Tuesday. Basically every Tuesday, sometimes it's Wednesday, but mostly Tuesday. So make sure to hit the notification bell to get notified every time I upload. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you on the next one. I love you guys. Bye.